What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to be playing a game that I've actually been really looking forward to called Steelrising. It is essentially a steampunk Souls-like adventure that takes place right around the French Revolution, but it does have, makes reference to some pretty actually accurate and real historical figures, and then it has a nice little steampunk twist to it as well that we're trying to figure out. So, really excited about seeing how this game kind of plays out. The story seems to be actually one that is told to you because there is a lot of dialogue and cutscenes, things like that. So it doesn't look like there'll be too much of a mystery, but it is interesting to see that in a Souls-like game. Also, there is so much that we saw in the beta in regards to the variety of the items and weapons that you can use. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So without further ado, let's get started. Let us begin. Yeah, I want it to be nice and bright. Dark games, I just can't. I'm already blind as it is, so. Okay. Cagliostro's secrets continue Aegis' adventure at the sinister Hôpital Saint Louis and uncover Cagliostro's secrets. To access this new adventure, speak to Abbe Gregoire at the Cordelier Convent. Okay, cool. So that's interesting. I think I did get some sort of special version or something, so that's great. That's the DLC then. I can't load anything. Your beta progress is just gone, which is unfortunate. Totally unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and start a new game then in that case. We did see the first two levels in the beta. I'm not sure if the actual main game is going to follow suit, but we'll see. We'll find out. Is that Marie Antoinette?
Oh, pardon. You know, actually, I think I'm in no mood for games right now. How much longer are we to be kept here? Or we just simply watch as Paris burns from afar?
The rabble are rioting. This is the price to be paid for spoiling the masses.
You don't understand, Gabrielle. The king sent us here long before the city went up in flames. He knew what was about to transpire. I think he is somehow involved in these events.
Oh, come now, Marie. True, he can be misguided and somewhat short-tempered at times, but he's no Nero.
Then why have we been given no news for so long? Les enfants, Gabrielle. The children.
They'll soon be out of harm's way. I am most certain of it. Monsieur Cléry will take good care of them. For now, at least, we are safe.
Safe, vraiment? Where are the chateau guards?
We are still protected. The king just preferred to use a different sort of guard.
Guards? Or jailers? They won't even let us leave this room, Gabrielle. The king, he has lost his mind to grief. First our darling, Sophie. Then our beloved son. My poor sweet angel. They didn't let me say goodbye. I wasn't even allowed to see him. Théophile, something inside me is crying out, telling me he's still of this world. At times, I think I hear him calling to me. I'm so afraid.
What do you fear, my queen?
Everything. Everything horrifies me. King's wrath, his army of indefatigable automats that Monsieur de Vaucanson has built for him. The charlatans who advise him, who are now more powerful than ministers. What happened to my son? What will happen to the children that God has deigned to leave in my care?
I won't let any harm come to them. This I promise you.
But how? Do you not see that we're prisoners here?
All is not lost. You forget about the one automat that is not hostile to us. This new bodyguard of yours.
Aegis. So this is the character creation or customization screen. The main game has started off almost exactly like the beta that we played 2 days ago. So no differences there. Funny thing is, it looks like it did save my material, wig, and whatever choices. So that's cool. That's really cool. I like that one. Yeah, that looks great. We're going with that. So we'll go ahead and say next. Now, we saw this before, but I'll kind of go over it again kind of slowly here. There are 4 character classes. Bodyguard is kind of like they use a heavy weapon. You have petrification grenades. And I think you have, like, I'm not exactly sure what weapon you have. Oh, I guess it's some sort of hammer. And then you have this was the halberd. I actually really like the soldier class. I'm going to use it again, in fact. And then we had a dancer, which uses light weapons, and then the alchemist, which uses light weapons as well, but they focus on, afflicting different types of things. They have fulmination, ignition, and like freezing or frost. So there's a bunch of different effects. Each of them has a bad effect as well, of course. One just gives you damage over time, one completely stops you, and the other does increased damage per hit. So it's pretty interesting. We are going to go with the soldier class, of course. That was a lot of fun. And here's Aegis.
This machine that is now somehow able to speak and understand what we say to it. C'est terrifiant.
Yes, but it is loyal to you. That's all that matters. If it managed to escape the chateau, it could be your eyes and ears in Paris. And if, perchance, the other automats were to go after it?
You won't attempt anything foolish. I cannot lose you, Gabrielle. Not now. Aegis?
Madame.
The king must be stopped.
The very kingdom is at stake.
Go and find Vaucanson at his workshop. Ni les Invalides. He surely holds the secret to these tireless automats. And perhaps he will know something about the death of my son.
How am I to leave the chateau grounds, Madame?
Go to the riverbank, at the far side of the grounds. From there you can take a boat to Paris.
You wanted to find Vaucanson? Vraiment? What if he is the one who was responsible for this unrest?
What Vaucanson has done, ma chère, only Vaucanson can undo.
Alright, and so it begins. The journey begins just right here, and from this point forward, we will be kicking some butt. All the movements are very similar to any other Souls. Like you have your dash, you can sprint, R1 and R2 are your weapons, light and heavy attack, and you have a dedicated jump button as well. One cool thing though is you can actually cool down, and it's really neat. One of my favorite features, to be honest. Alright, so we got the quick access belt. We're going to have to go ahead and assign our oil burette. And I'll also assign some of these bad boys. The disassembly token is pretty much like the dark sign, so we'll go over it again. The ordinary oil vial pretty much just allows you to get a slow heal over time. This is essentially an Estus flask. It does have the ability to be upgraded, but it gives you like a lot of health instantly. And the explosive grenades are like fire bombs. They deal a bunch of damage. Disassembly token will actually have you send you back to the last vestal or carriage. Those are essentially like your bonfires. So, but you do lose all anima essence, which is essentially your souls. We're gonna go into our items here. Looks like, oh, this is new. So we got the Trianon hat. From the moment the queen donned this little tricorn made by her modiste, Rose Bertine, it became one of the most fashionable hats at court. Increases her mobility, so it increases Aegis's mobility and protects her from ordinary or alchemical attacks. So yeah, we'll definitely equip that. That's great. And this seems to be items that we get from the DLC, or the, you know, I got the advanced version, so to speak, enhanced, if you will. So, what's going on, Sir McDonald? How are you today? This is the real game now. The only difference is we got some additional items because we got the full version of the game. So, I just equipped a hat. Where am I at? I just equipped this little hat right here. It looks pretty awesome, by the way. And then we also have some weapons to pick from. So we got the discus chain, which is, I don't know, I'm just check it out. It's a ranged attack. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Deals severe physical damage. It has a lot of impact. Okay, cool. And it's a medium weight, so that's similar to our halberd. That's going to be really nice. I probably equip that in the second slot. And then we have the Charybdis fans. This is probably, oh, it's a medium as well. Interesting. Wow, okay. This can immobilize the enemy. The impact is pretty minimal, though. Okay. So this is range, and this is... Thinking. Let's just try out the move set with the second weapon really quickly. I'm sorry, go over the additional items I bought the special edition. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That is what we're going to do right now. Okay, that's similar to that other item that we got in the beta. That's not bad. That's good for, like, crowd control, I would say. Let's see. Oops, I keep pressing pause. You can actually pause this game, which is very unique. Look at that. Okay, let's try this. So it has a mobilization chance. We're gonna try that. We're gonna try that. We'll have a nice ranged weapon with our halberd, which was amazing, by the way. And then we have the discus chain and the fans, which are new because we got the special edition. So very cool, very cool. All right, sweet. So now we got to get out of here. It wants me to repair myself. Okay, happy. This is the good old tutorial. You know, it's funny, but as we experienced in the last, in the beta, we don't actually have a, I'm going to use my fans. We don't actually have, ooh, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I like it. Okay, I don't know if I like these. They don't break poise as much as I would like. We got really good with the halberd, but they don't have an obligatory death sequence. You know how normally in Souls games you're punished and it's like, hey, you want to play a Souls game? Welcome. And then they kill you instantly. They didn't really have that. I think they tried it, but they did not succeed. Ooh. There it is. Okay, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's see what this does. Over here just trying all the techniques last second. Oh gosh. Wow, there's a huge windup. There it is. Okay, but you can attack more than one enemy at once, which is really cool. Okay. We're going to have to... There's a learning curve to that weapon, that's for sure. And I don't quite understand the special effect just yet. But we'll figure that out. Alright, so there's that path, and of course... if I remember correctly, there wasn't much over here, but I am going to explore as much as possible. There's probably going to be some areas that were previously inaccessible. I can't wait to get home tonight to play this. Yeah, man, you got to tell me how it is, because I'll be streaming it for the rest of the week. So you got to let me know like how different your experience is from mine, you know? Stealth attack. We got the rusty key. Let's go run over here and grab all these items. I am a completionist at heart, so I'm going to grab everything I can possibly find. And that way you guys can kind of follow along in your journey and hopefully find everything. I don't know if this is one of those games that requires multiple playthroughs, but we'll see. We'll find out. Love that. There it is. That's got some good range to it as well. This is a weapon that I got for purchasing the the whatever Mega Edition or whatever. So I'm gonna use it because that's kind of neat. That's very neat. Ah, unbreakable assets. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. I'm streaming it as well tonight. Nice. Okay, cool. So is your channel, I'm assuming, just Sir McDonald? Depending on what time you stream it, I would love to pop in and watch, man. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to follow you then. I didn't know you were. I know you did some streaming, right? And you did some, but I didn't know that you're gonna be streaming this game too. So that's freaking awesome. I will definitely follow you back, and I would love to tune in. Upgrade wise, I think we're gonna go with a lot of power. We don't have anything enough anima essence anyways to upgrade. We'll come back around to this area. And yes, if you do rest at a vestal, as they call it, a bonfire if you will, you do unfortunately respawn all the enemies, but that's pretty standard. We expect that at this point. Oh my gosh, I would be so happy to see you there. I've grown to be a fan. Okay, yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome. Do you have an idea of what time? What time in the PM will you be streaming, if you stream it? Because I would love to just pop in, man. The only reason I'm asking, because sometimes I don't get the notifications, the go live notifications. Oh gosh, which is super annoying. All right, bro, get out of here with that craziness. Yeah, so that's the only reason I'm asking. That way, I didn't want it to be like a specific time, and then I'm just waiting for a notification I never get. Oh, 9:30. Okay, yeah, nice and late. I'm streaming it all weekend. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. For new releases, I stream on the weekend too, so I'll be streaming as well. Normally, I don't stream on the weekends because I try to give myself a little bit of a break. And that way I can spend some time with the family and do family stuff. Okay, we're switching back to Halberd just for a little bit. Halberd so far is still my fave. Special weapon. What was my little thing? L2, R2, R1? Oh gosh, not yet. Okay. Taking a lot of unnecessary damage this go around. Oh, you know what? We haven't upgraded our power yet. That's right. That's why we're still not able to finish them off in just one simple combo. But we'll get almost, you know, we'll get to our 1,000 anima essence really quickly. Yes, okay, so 9:30 EST. Perfect. Let's see what this is. The Polignac cap. And I am going to open and show you guys each of the items every time we get them. A normal style, as we normally do. So, this is the item that we got for the, you know, buying the special edition. This is the Polignac cap. Once reserved for gentlemen, this ancient regime tricorn is now only worn by ladies of the highest aristocracy. Because of their unique structure and the materials used to make them, the clothing and accessories designed for Aegis' exclusive use increase her mobility and protect her from ordinary or alchemical attacks. This does 3% on the flame and fulmination. This is just, it looks like just balance and frost. So balance is mobility. Okay, alright. To be honest, this hat is a little bit better. And almost in every way. Almost in every way. That's okay though. We'll come back around here. Got some explosive grenades. Those are going to come in handy, as you guys know, when we start facing off with some of those unstable machines. I'm not quite at 1,000 anima essence yet, so that's fine. I'm telling you, I love this game. Is just a lot of fun. I like the style. I like all of that. All right. I don't want this guy to aggro, but if he does, we'll go ahead and take him out. Hello. We traded there. I tried an R2, R2 combo at the end. That was a little different. Alright. Traded again. Alright. Oh my goodness, that was close. We'll do that just to interrupt the attack. So there seems to be like a roll attack as well. So if you do a roll and then you attack, it's different from if you just do a normal attack. So that's something that I noticed previously, but I didn't really talk on it much. And yes, I'm gonna go back because I want to definitely get that experience and get that increased power. I want to be able to finish off the smaller enemies in just one go. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to that stream. I'll definitely pop in tonight. Power. Yes. And I don't think they gave us any modules this go around. But we will take it slow. We're going to go over all the lore stuff and all that good stuff. It'll be awesome. Uh-oh. Watch out there, buddy. I'm going to get good at replenishing our stamina. Because we can vent. And that's a way to kind of get your stamina back. Very similar to Neo, actually. There you go. I needed that little tiny boost. Now I feel good again. Just gonna stand there, buddy. Oh, I should have just backed up, but I just tanked it instead like a silly, silly guy. The silly goose I am. So in the beta, we can upgrade weapons, but not cosmetics. Oh, we can upgrade weapons, but not cosmetics. I thought there was I thought the boutique was to upgrade the cosmetics. Maybe not. I think that's interesting. I need to go back to the Vestal then and see, because I want to better understand that. I want to understand that a little bit better. Uh-oh. I apparently didn't go sneaky enough. Oh, gosh. Huh. Yeah, I don't even think I noticed that, actually. I thought it said you can upgrade your equipment or something like that. Unless you're referring to the fact that you can change your appearance. Because that'd be cool. Considering we are machines, that'd be really neat to be able to do. I was actually thinking about that. Okay. This is nothing yet. We're going to try and sneak up on this little friend right here. Yeah, you have to be a lot slower than I've been running then to actually sneak up on him. No one else is coming up from behind. That's great. Really? I upgraded my weapons with items and whatever the souls are called. I upgraded my weapons with items. I didn't upgrade my weapons at all in the beta. I went level 1 weapons the whole time. I'm going to need to get away from doing that because you will notice that I hoard my materials and my that's probably what it was, the materials. I do remember getting some like metal and stuff. But yeah, I normally hoard those things. I thought he had a note on him. Somebody has a note. I'm going to have to upgrade. I'm definitely going to have to do that. Because I always make it so much harder on myself by not doing that. Here's our first boss fight coming up, actually. We're going to try not to use these items here. Let's see. He came out of nowhere last time, so I'm going to be very careful. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's going to hit me. Okay, lovely. Lovely. Oh, and his little friend's here too. Okay. I do remember that now. Last time the little guy almost had me too. Oh, goodness. Alright. He's stuck. He dodged my firebomb. Oh, nice. Unstable Lancers. He's really, really doing his best here to kill us. He's doing well. I don't like these Lancers at all. They're so tough to fight. Gotta get that stun factor in here. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Oh, you cheap. No! There you go. Gosh, what a jerk. The Vestal, the unstable automatic. Okay, so I guess if they're around, they prevent you from using the Vestals. And the module keys are essentially things you can use to unlock slots, equipment slots. And each of the modules can upgrade certain things like your cooldown and stuff like that. So they're pretty useful. Actually, very useful. Game time flyby. How are you playing this? Is it out on Steam now? I think it is out on Steam. GG's. It's actually out on everything now. Consoles and everything you could possibly imagine. Let's read the bloody notes. Capitaine de Gros. Governor Daffrey confirms that no command was given to replace your company with a detachment of automats. I therefore urge you, until further notice, to keep your distance from these machines and to inform me of any signs of hostility. Do not engage unless Her Majesty the Queen is in danger. Reinforcements are en route. Lieutenant Colonel de Bachman, second in command of the place, the Saint-Cloud. Place, the Saint-Cloud. I have to hold triangle. That's kind of annoying. Can you imagine if I would have picked that up and then been in battle? That would have been scary. We are definitely going to save because, man, I took a lot more damage than I did last time. In the previous encounter, I felt like it was a little bit easier. We're going to keep pumping up power. I mean, power, 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 and then we'll go into some durability as well. But yeah, game time flyby, it's available, man. It's available to play right now, so. We're going to jump into our module slots as well. I don't know if I have any modules. I don't believe I have any, but I used a key, and that's fine. This is how you upgrade weapons. Okay, Sir McDonald, you're correct. Anima Essence plus ingots, just like you said in the previous comment. Okay, I never upgraded my weapons ever. So, in the previous, in the beta. Oh, and you can also upgrade your burette. We need a Lavoisier Catalyst. And I've never even come across one of those yet. So for the boutique, what is this? Oh, you can purchase items. You gotta be kidding me. This is good. Oh, no way. You can get all kinds of good stuff. I love that. Okay. Yeah, that's really nice. Nice. You can purchase actual weapons as well. These are from the starting classes. And then your modules. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's a good one to have. Slightly increases the amount of anima, and you can upgrade them too. This is great. I didn't even look at that last time. And then our equipment, I guess, is just here. We already have this module. Okay, the grade 1 efficient ventilation module. Very good. And now we can go ahead and equip the grade 1 longevity module, which slightly increases our health. That's going to give us a nice little chunk of health, 20 health. And right now, I guess we're working on some of these. We got this little side quest here, and then of course we have any correspondence or notes that we've picked up so far. We are going to have to go through all this good stuff at some point. Okay, good. Well, that's awesome. Now, that really did help a lot, McDonald. Nice. So you were able to buy all the weapons. Yeah, that makes sense because they're actually pretty cheap. Yeah, like you said, they're very cheap. Let's go check over here. I saw something over here, but first, I thought there was something over here, and that's where I encountered the other one last time. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was somebody in here. Lovely. Lovely. We're going to have to try that again. Sloppy. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run through. We only have about 300 Anima Essence. We're going to have to save that up, and I would like to use that or purchase that module once we get another key that increases the amount of Anima Essence we obtain. That's not bad. That's actually going to be very good. This was where we grabbed another weapon. I think this was our gun. And this caused affliction. Let's see if it's the same. Yep, shield musket. So we'll go ahead and just take a look at it so you guys can see. Alright, so this is the Charleville 1789 Shield Musket. It does have a shield as a special move, and it has alchemy affinity, so it's a B+ scaling to it. And it causes frost. I never really used it much because it does use alchemical like pellets or whatever they're called. And I didn't really have too many of those on me at any given time, so I don't want to actually change the weapon. It's kind of forcing me to, though. Okay, no, it's not. So we have this little discus thing, which it's okay. I mean, I don't love the move set just yet, but we'll see. We're gonna find a good weapon. I love the halberd, though. It's a great one. Do you feel any difference at all, say with the feel and the movement or the camera? I don't. She still has that. I'll explain it here in a minute once I kill this guy. I forgot the moveset already. That R2 is beastly, though. I love it. Okay. So whenever like you start running, there's a bit of like a wind up, and she still has that. So whenever you turn, there's like the camera kind of catches up with you. It still has that, which a lot more often than not sometimes makes me like a little dizzy. But I'm actually, I'll be fine. I'm used to it because of the beta, but if it's a weird kind of, you know, where the camera's tracking, things like that, that can sometimes throw me off a bit. He's facing me, right? Yeah. R2 attack. Oh, I missed. Okay. I gotta figure out the range on that bad boy. Nice. Nice. You're just posturing now? Oh my gosh, okay. I had to scratch my nose. Could have cost me dearly. Hey, I thought I heard you. I hate the stalkers. They ambush you all the time. And they got me pretty much every time they did it too. But no, I don't feel a difference. I feel like it's good. It feels good still. We got the Muscadin Bicorn and the Muscadin Coat. If I recall correctly, I keep pressing options. They were not actually improvements from what we got. So, you know, I didn't even realize, but this core set is actually unique. I don't remember the feathers, so this actually increases our loot multiplier ever so slightly. And our balance and frost resistance, very cool. This gives us fulmination resistance and some endurance. Endurance, I think, is stamina, but it's ugly. You know? And then this is what we would have had from the very beginning, the page livery. This is what we had initially. It gives us plus 15 armor from what we have. But, you know, I don't know. I kind of like this. At some point, we're going to have to, you know, add some armor. This one seems to make the most sense, but it's just hideous. Plus 7 endurance. And fulmination. We'll go with this. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, and then we don't want to be at a disadvantage. Normally I wouldn't mind, but right now there's some armor that I know is really cool looking that we're going to go for. None of these have armor, but the Muscadin Bicorn does. So we'll go ahead and use this as well. Gives us a little bit of armor. Plus 2 endurance, so that's great. We're going to have a lot of good endurance there. So these were the pants that came with the DLC, not the DLC, the you know, enhanced version or whatever. But we can wear these. That's why it looks so different. That's so interesting. Okay, so now we're going to have a little bit better defense for sure. And, okay, good stuff. I like it. Now we're going to be able to take a little bit more hits. Fashion souls, baby. Yeah, no doubt. We have to fashion souls it up every time. I thought that was an item for some reason. I'm going to try this little discus thing. I mean, it kind of, the range kind of throws me off, but it is what it is. Get out of here. Ah, that range is just very, very weird. There it is. That's the sweet spot we need to be in. Okay, and finish you off. Yeah, I'll have to upgrade my weapons too. At some point. I have to figure out which weapons I like, because I will not just upgrade everything. I refuse. I have to hoard my materials. I'm trying to bait a strike here. Thank you, sweetie. Boom. I do like the weapon. I really do. Once I figure out the range and I have it down like 100%, it's going to be a great weapon. The Nemesis Claws and the Compass. The Compass was actually something that I did equip. I like it. It's actually really nice. Let's see here. Where's Compass? We'll have that right there. And the Nemesis Claws are similar, I would say, to the fans. You can counterattack. So, ooh. You know, it's medium too, but it has agility affinity. I was going for more like a strength-based affinity, like power, because I've been really beefing up my power quite a bit. So I'm going to leave it as is, but I'm telling you right now, that counterattack could be awesome. I need to figure out the window. Like, this game might have a very gracious window for countering or not. You know, a parry window. This is the alchemical hand cannon and chemical afflictions little window here. Essentially, it just tells you the different types. You have frost. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You have ignition, or flame, frost, and fulmination. Flame ignites the target, causing continuous damage over time, and you can extinguish it by dodging. Frost actually freezes you, and you can thaw by attacking. And then fulmination electrocutes the target with each hit with each hit that you take, and you receive additional damage. So the only way to really get rid of that is the insulation elixir, which you can purchase or you can find. But yeah, so I need to figure that out, because I kind of wanted to go for a power build here, and I might just stick with that for now. It's always easiest to do that. I don't want to have a quality build where it's a little bit of everything. I want to focus and specialize on one specific thing, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Oh, that's different. So I can't... I need to switch over to this bad boy right here. There it is. Has a vertical slice. More flame resistance vials. And then that's it in this area. We can start heading down. I wonder if you'll be able to fast travel back to this area. I hope so, and I think so, because there was that, you know, you saw that, it was like a wall that has something that says, hey, you need a tool to access this, so I think you can. I think you're definitely going to be able to fast travel back to different areas. Here's another Vestal, we can go ahead and save that, replenish our, the burette that we just used. I think I'm good for now. I'm not going to upgrade anything just yet. I do like the halberd. I'm probably going to keep that as my primary weapon, and then I'll have a secondary weapon as well. I don't know what that's going to be yet. Is that your back? Oh, gosh. Fire. Yep. Wait, why can't I do my R2? What's going on with that? There it is. I was just staring at her. Catch me if you can. Ooh, that wind-up on that R2 is super slow. The little fencer guy is giving me more trouble than anybody I've faced so far. But yeah, I think you will be able to fast travel, though. That's going to be really cool. Because that would definitely add that element that you have in the Souls-like games where, you know, kind of like almost like a Metroidvania, where you're able to go back once you've unlocked new skills, and that always makes it really cool. No! I am taking so much damage this go around. Got a module key, that's nice. Now, there's some enemies over on the other side we have to be careful of. There's going to be a little ambush. And it should be the same. This is pretty much identical to the beta. I tried to do R2, but I don't know. Either it's a missed input or I just didn't press R2 hard enough. You got stunned, it looks like. You can charge your R2 as well, and it does that special maneuver I just did there. There's a lot of depth to the combat. Fulmination resistance vial, because there's a boss just right over there. That's certainly going to try and electrocute us. Insulation elixir. That's once you're already electrocuted. Hello. Nice hit. These guys started shooting a lot more later in the next level, I'd say. They started shooting like crazy. They'd use their little arm cannons a lot. Okay, let's see if we can sneak up. There you go. You do have to move a little bit slower. You can't just be holding down the analog stick like I was doing. The joystick. Okay. I don't remember what was in here. Let's find out. Oh, here you go. This is how you improve the oil burettes. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You can increase the number of doses with the catalyst, or with the sublimator, you can increase how much it heals. That's neat. I didn't read that last time. So McDonald says, because remember the areas we couldn't get to behind the gates with the enemies in the court? Yeah, I do. I do remember that. And I'm pretty sure. Like, I'd be really disappointed if you can't go back. Like, like this, for example. Those guys are cute. They're just dancing around like, yeah. They're having a good day. I don't want to ruin that. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. This is where I got attacked, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. We're going to be ambushed here down in this little hut. And we'll go ahead and take care of that threat as well. Slowly. Nice. Right there. They're going to be right there. Right there. Oh, I missed. Just thinking about it. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna try something. Okay, charged R2 right here. Nice. Covers a lot of ground too. I like that. Halberd's gonna be one of my primary. I'm pretty. And we got the Falchion and Saber. That was impossible for me to say last time. Let's take a look at that. Brand new weapon. Wow, this is really neat too. It has agility affinity, so it's going to not necessarily scale with power, which we really are kind of looking forward to. And Blade Tornado is the special move. It also can cause some immobilization. Very cool. We got this little bag over here, this burlap sack. Oh, I missed. Oh, come on. Here goes. There you go. Fulmination resistance vial. Okay, so I think we're good on grabbing all these little items and all these little goodies. We'll drop down here, and I think there's something else in here, and then we'll drop over the fence. Fulmination resistance vial. We're gonna try and beat this guy without any heals or any burettes. Let's do this. Take a boat to Paris. And the unstable lightning ram
will take me to Paris.
is going to be right around the corner. This guy's back. Alright, let's see if we can get him this time. He hits so hard. Alright. I was just fooling around. 2 and 3. Fooling around with my quick belt, I think they call it. Okay, that was scary. I think he was immobilized there. Rammed right into me. Not very nice. Nope, that's the AoE. Gotta stay away from that one. Another AoE. You are spamming your AoE. Not cool. Oh my jeez. That was a very square hit. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, he hit me right in the face. AoE attack, we're just gonna stay away. Watch the pretty light show. That was a great window to attack, but again, their animations sometimes make you think they're gonna double up or strike more than once. Got me anyways. I'm about to get fulmination damage here. That's not gonna be good. Alright, nice and easy. Oh yeah, that's that weird thing where I always thought he was gonna do something awesome, but he doesn't. That attack, oh, it almost gets me every time. Hello, friend. AoE attack. BRB, no worries, take your time. You've seen all this before anyways. I don't know what that is. I think it... Oh, gosh. Oh, fulmination. Alright. Some of these crates have the insulation stuff too, the elixir. This dude, he can kill you in 2 hits, so I'm not even gonna rush it. Goodbye. We got the grade 2 stable charging module and a module key. Very cool. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be blocked, yeah. I'm searching everywhere this time, because I did miss that last time. Those explosive grenades. There's going to be something else over here. There you go. There's the elixir that I was referring to. See, there's another one of those items, those gates that we can't bypass just yet. I need a tool to break this. I wonder what tool. Okay, and we can't go through there. Lovely. We are almost, you know, already at the second area, so to speak. We're going to head over to Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop. And this area is a lot of fun. There's some really cool stuff going on here. I'm going to keep the weapons I have, and I'm not going to upgrade them yet. Not until I get past the same area that we got through with the, you know, with the beta. I don't want to upgrade my weapons just yet. If I can find an improved halberd, maybe with better scaling or something, I could stick with that. But if not, I'm going to use that halberd as my primary, and then I'll figure out what the secondary weapon's going to be. We get some really cool weapons in this next area. Nice. I love the new hairstyles, too. They added quite a few. Okay, so I can't go, you know, do anything in the boat. That's fine. I almost fell in the water in the beta, and it was... I'm pretty sure that would have spelled, you know, been, you know, instant death for me. This area is so much fun. I really like this spot. We're all safe, and it's all good and well until we get past the Vestal. A frost grenade. I don't think that was there, unless I just missed it. Gonna be honest, I don't remember that. Essence of a lesser spirit. That's probably anima essence. And then we can activate this Vestal here, and we'll go ahead and level up our power and probably even our durability just a bit. And we're going to take a look at that module as well, that new module that we got. So let's do power. Yes. I have 2 keys. I say for now we just go for variety, and then we can upgrade them if we need to. Let's take a look though and see what does it say upgrade for. Oh, I can upgrade these things. Okay, yeah. Understood. Probably not going to upgrade them yet. I don't have any bronze ingots as it is, so probably not going to be upgrading anything for now. Boutique. That's the purchase and sell thing again, and equipment. Oh, it's level 2, that's right. Increases balance during charged attacks. Okay. Balance is very likely going to be like your poise. Okay, so now I guess... The lightning ram. Watch, he's going to be a regular enemy. That's really going to suck. Okay, we're good. You open up this shortcut a little bit later, and the way that they connect the levels is actually really nice. I do like that. But before we have that luxury, let's go ahead and search all around. We're going to go this lower area first. There are tiny little side quests reminiscent of like a Bloodborne type, where you can actually, you know, help, you know, these neighbors and stuff, these people, these poor villagers that are just terrified. How does he? This guy always glitches. He never truly dies. The same thing happened in the beta as well. The one that got away. There it is. 2 R2s will take care of those guys. It's fantastic. Let's go and see. I can't open that door. It's so strange. They have passageways, but they are blocked off. What a tease. There's a stalker trying to stalk on us again. Nice parry. Or nice block, actually. They're the only enemies that are intelligent enough to do that so far. Alright, cool. So we got the water flask. This water flask is actually part of a side quest, so I'm going to show you guys where we need to go next. And yes, we're going to explore all the rest of this for sure. I just want to go ahead and show you guys where to deliver the water flask to. Now, this is the only side quest I know about because it was in the beta. But you go down here, and there's a ton of tough enemies you're going to have to face off with. I thought I heard some footsteps that weren't mine. Traded there. That's not good. It's not good at all. Petrification grenade, very nice. Alright, we're almost there. We just have to circle around this little pathway here. And then we're going to explore the remaining area. This little village. There is going to be another Lancer. These guys are no fun. They hit so hard. They have a lot of poise as well. I'm surprised I actually broke his poise there, to be honest. He's immobilized. I'm hitting him. He gave me a free shot, so I'm not going to bypass that. Or pass that up. Okay, here you go. So you see this golden light? So if you go and you give them some water, grant the request.
Praise be to God. Bless you, whoever you are. Take this for your trouble.
And I'm just creating a little marker here. That way I can just show you guys. Quick little guide. All you do is you give the water vial to the farmers and you get some petrification grenades. Nothing game-changing, but definitely great to have some additional items that can immobilize an enemy instantly. So I think that's great. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we can head back up the other way. I'll go ahead and top off my health. This was essentially the starting point here. And now we can come back up and around and just kind of search. I think this is where... Yeah, there's another little item up here. Essence of a lesser spirit, and there's nothing else that I remember anyways up here. Yeah. Down there was the well where we got ambushed by the stalker. We can go to this area. He's over there just posturing. There's an enemy over here. And I'm going to look up the name again because I forgot. But gosh, they're so annoying. They have 2 bells and they killed me so many times in the beta. But now I'm prepared at least. But I wasn't when I first encountered them. There they are. They do a spin attack, which is easy to avoid. And they do 2 of those. That's what threw me off every time. The fact that they did 2. And they have a lot of poise as well. Oh, I thought I dodged perfectly there, but laterally. And he has some good tracking, I'll tell you that. Well, they beefed these guys up. Nice and strong. Go ahead and take him out instantly. Okay, we got alchemical capsules and things of that nature. That's great. But gosh, that's one enemy, just so you know. They're very annoying, and they're everywhere. You're going to see them more and more frequently as we go through. Good gosh, they killed everybody here. Granite cobblestone. And flame grenade. There's dogs and bell dudes over here. I think there's an ambush over here. To the left I know there's an enemy, but... And one of those bell dudes again. Very strong, I like it. Hello. Bro, attack me already. That's new. I've never seen that attack before. That is so new. I have never seen that attack before. I'm gonna get hit right in the face. Yep, crunch. Alright, I know you see me. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. One attack is all it takes to do that kind of damage. Okay, so now that we're here, we have to go retrieve our anima essence, and the enemies that we didn't defeat will be back.
I will only be able to locate Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop from an elevated position.
You know, I'm glad I actually died because I completely forgot to actually explore this area. There's not much to it, but I still missed out. Alchemical capsule. An essence of a lesser spirit. Okay, now we can head back the other way. Just over here. And we gotta go through that little gauntlet again. All the bell dudes. Trying to grab the essence there, or the capsule. Hello, puppy dog. Alright. So now they're down. We'll cut through here. Take out the little fencer guy. Very nice. Okay. Now we can come down here. Take out the bell dude. Seriously. Look at that damage. No, not today. I am just not about to die. He's killed me so many times in the past. I can't let it happen anymore. He's gonna double up. No, he's not. Whew. Halberd for the win. But even the alchemical capsule, like the L2 attack, doesn't do much damage. I was like, gosh, what do we do? Alright, we died once. It's fine. We've got this full. Let's go ahead and get our essence back, and then we'll take this guy out. Alright. He didn't do 2 attacks that time, you weirdo. There you go. No, he's in double up. I can't believe I interrupted his attack there. That was incredible. That normally doesn't happen. You normally just die. Alright, he's down. I'm telling you, these guys are an absolute pain. Unnecessarily. Let's go ahead and grab our item. for our reward for all of our troubles. And we got a grade 1 critical repair module. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. And some cast iron. This module allows critical attacks to restore a small amount of health. I don't know what critical attacks are just yet. It could be the ones that are fully charged or something like that, or there could be a random chance where you use them. I don't know yet. Let's see. I don't like... I hate the light jaguars, but... I'm trying to find the ones I don't like. The 2 bell dudes. Oh, here you go. Yeah. The assault acolytes. Those guys. Jerks. So we gotta head over to Vakusan's place. We got some cast iron. I'm assuming that's an upgrade material. Probably not as good as bronze, right? I don't know, actually. I don't know the classifications. Alright, I need the dogs to come here. The felines, come here. Nice. There is friendly fire in this game, which is amazing. Saved me a number of times. I'm just waiting for him to do a strike I can truly counter. Like this one. Bad move. That was a bad move on my part. Oh gosh. That was scary. Okay. I'm just gonna wait out my heal. I mean, that was pretty scary. He turns around again, he's dead. Perfect. Wow, that was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Whew. Okay, and we don't have a ton of heals left after that little encounter. Making sure I'm safe. Don't want to get ambushed by a stalker. And we got the fire chain and a bronze ingot. Okay. So the fire chain... is probably similar to the discus chain. The discus chain does a little bit of more physical damage. But this here has a little bit of alchemical affinity too. And it seems to be that way because it has the invocation of fire. Okay. Nice. It's got a special move where you can actually cast some fire. That's neat. Maybe that's the weapon that we use, huh? We'll see. Let's try it out. It's going to have a similar moveset, I think. Okay, I'm interested. Also, I probably need to use one of these little oil things so I can go ahead and heal up just a bit. Top off my health. Are you going to jump down, buddy? I don't know. Maybe not. I need like a, there you go, a little bit longer range there. Okay, cool. That worked out pretty all right. We'll grab our petrification grenades as well. run up here. I'm waiting for the area. I forget exactly where it's at, but you get like hit from afar. There it is. It's over on this other side. By this dude. Yep. But I need to aggro everybody else. I'm gonna go ahead and use the weapon I'm familiar with. Come on. Take it real nice and slow, because he can double up on that attack too. That was cheap. He hasn't got stunned once yet. There you go, okay. Big mistake, buddy. Alchemical capsule, very nice. Now we need to work our way around here, not get shot, and take out this other guy. Oh, he's down already. Great. This is excellent. See, these guys really favor their guns. I am all for it. There it is. Alchemical capsule. We can go ahead and pick up the rest of our goodies over here. Essence of a lesser spirit. This should be one of the shortcuts over there. Perfect. There's going to be 2 shortcuts that all lead us back to that same hub. We can jump up here and we're going to grab some items, but I don't remember searching this very well. Oh yeah, I do. Because I killed him last. Same as I did right now. Essence of a valiant spirit. Okay. That dude was brave. Alright. So if you jump up here, we're going to grab another set of items here. So you got to get up on this. And this is the musket and couteau. I think this is slightly better if I recall correctly. I'm looking for the ones that have like those little... Okay, reduced flame resistance and reduced armor as well. I'm thinking of the other ones then. Endurance +3 versus just flame and fulmination resistance. We're going to switch out for now. Get some increased endurance. What are you hiding over here? Ordinary oil vial? I need a bunch of these oil vials. I had so many because I didn't know what they were previously, so I was just kind of hoarding them. And I had like, I don't know, probably 17 or so before I even used them the first time. Because I knew what they were from learning from the beta, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to use these, especially in a pinch, because I'm out of oil burats right now. Okay. We got this dude that shoots again. We're gonna have to close the gap. Well, I think I saw like an ending. What is that for? Oh, blah. Okay. Maybe there's a way in. I don't know.
Shut up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Maybe the houses that have that little sign there, that little, I don't know what it is, that little design. I'm sure that, you know, maybe they can be interacted with. So if I kill this robot, this robot, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe they'll be okay, actually. Gotcha. Alright, let's go take out this guy next. Oh, that was close. I'll read that in a moment. You're just really gonna shoot me point blank range again, aren't you? You're not gonna stop that, are you? Well, that was a cheap little attack. Okay. Alchemical capsule and some more oil vials. I will take every oil vial I can get. None of these homes have that little design, so let's go back to those dudes. An address from the king to the people of Paris. People of Paris, Louis, King of France and Navarre, by the grace of God, declares that the representatives of the Third Estate, gathered in an illegal assembly, continue to propagate seditious and criminal ideas. It was put to an end to this unrest that the Estates General were dissolved. Alas, some Parisians, led astray by the prescribed representatives, thought it right to take up arms against this just decree. Adequate measures were taken to suppress the violence. Order was promptly restored, and the majority of the perpetrators were apprehended. In order to ensure the safety of his subjects, His Majesty has decreed that the population must remain in their homes until further notice. The following measures are hereby adopted until further notice. Any person circulating the streets without authorization will be neutralized immediately. Or maybe I just read too slow. Is that the problem? Let me read my notes. Anyone suspected of aiding fugitives will be imprisoned and interrogated, and the enforcement of these measures is entrusted to the command of His Majesty's Mechanical Army. Whoa. That's not good. What did we pick up here that it wants to show me? I don't know. Okay, no worries. Let's go see if we can talk to those people now.
Oh no, no! Another one of those evil machines!
Plowman.
I mean you no harm.
Ah! It speaks too!
He's scared of me. Have you not seen what I've done to the automats?
Worse than dogs at each other's throats. It's almost as if everyone has decided to kill each other before the sun comes up.
What happened in this faubourg?
The king kept his word. His automats were merciless. If only we'd known what his new army was made of. We'd all stayed home just like he'd ordered. Maudit soit-il, his family and his court of murderers.
Monsieur,
Allez-vous-en!
Try again. Yeah, he won't speak to me anymore. Okay, well, interesting little bit of information that I didn't have before in the previous playthrough, but that's unfortunate that I can't speak with him. I can't parkour my way through this. Oh yeah, that's literally on the other side. I can just jump across like I did earlier. I'll sneak up on that fool in just a minute. Boom! And that doesn't kill him. These things are very resilient. I think I have to go all the way around for that one. Ah, there you go. Essence of a valiant spirit again. Is There's gonna be a handful of these little bell dudes right here in this area, and we're just about at the end of this little stretch. We'll reach a pier before long. I'm looking for... It's a shortcut. I think it's just over here. Perfect. That's it right there. That's exactly what I was looking for. Great. Let's go ahead and actually use the Vestal. I want to get my oil burettes back. Totally going to increase all that stuff too. Why not? Let's see what else we can upgrade. If I can upgrade my weapon, why not? Ooh. I'm just shy a little bit of anima, but I have the ingots. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that here soon then. Okay, I wonder how many alchemical capsules you can carry. Nice. Very, very nice. This was nothing. I remember this area, and I was like, okay, that was uneventful. This is where we're going to face off with a few of those bell dudes on the other side. Some more flame grenades. We'll go ahead and bait this one. And he's not dead yet. Now you're dead. Good God. What a jerk. Alchemical capsules. We got 2 of those. And we'll just keep searching around. We'll grab this because I'm greedy. You're not gonna attack me. Wait. Oh, it's a song. That's right. I'm dead. Ugh. Your little lyrics threw me off. Okay. We'll just use a burette. That would have been the area where we just grabbed the item. We circled around previously to grab the other items. This is the route we just came from. This is kind of just the scenic way around. Nothing around these corners or anything like that. We can check over here, though. I'm not sure if there's anything hidden on the other side of this home. Nope. Doesn't look like it. That is another wall that can be broken, but we don't have the tool for it yet. So there's 2 or 3 of those we've seen already. Flaming axe, dude. That's just a decorational door. This is pretty much them saying, hey, like, hopefully you can find me, we can fight alongside, blah, 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 but I'm pretty sure everybody that tried to do that died. I got a feeling. You can actually go through those bushes over there, but I'm going to go this way, the obvious route. There's actually a few stalkers on this side. They're gonna try and ambush us. I don't know where they come from. They came from nowhere. Okay. Came from the floor. Friendly fire, baby. Take it. Take it or leave it. Very nice. Alright, very good. Good encounter. Those stalkers are ambush fiends, I tell you. Grade 2 efficient charging module. I feel like we got that from the boss we defeated earlier. Duplicates? Very nice. Those stalkers are getting easier and easier. The difference when leveling is very noticeable, and I like that. Kind of rewards you for taking that risk and saying, you know, I think I'm going to put some points in here. See, that's the path. You could have just walked right through. Alright. Now this area has a bunch of bell dudes, of course. The Esplanade des Invalides. Got another module key. We're going to start hoarding those. Hello, friend. That's always a scary attack, but it's really fun to dodge. The charge attack almost does no extra damage, so I don't see the point in ever doing that again. Oh! That was scary. Alright, here goes. You're dead. I will use, oh gosh, my ordinary oil vial. I'm gonna bait a strike here. There you go. Last time this guy killed me too. But hopefully not this time. Yeah, the charge attack does no more damage. I'm not sure if he's just like resilient to it or what. No, you cheapo. I'm so glad I interrupted that attack because he actually tried to spam his strongest attack on us. Yeah, it does no more damage. That was unpleasant. Very unpleasant. Alright, let's see. We got some friends over here. They don't wake up. I thought these stalkers were going to ambush me, as they typically do. But they don't even wake up. There was not much else here. It's a big open area with just a handful of those bell dudes. Oh, good tracking on that, you jerk. Telling you, this guy's cheap. Tried it again. He totally tried it again, didn't he? Essence of a lesser spirit, and one of those walls that we cannot open just yet. And this, I'm sure... Ooh, that's different, as the entrance. I didn't grab this last time. Oh, nice. So that's how you open that up. Cool, I didn't know that. I didn't do that in the beta. But that's a nice shortcut to have. Now we gotta get up in that building, I think, so that we can start going towards the pier, and that's where we come across Vaucanson. You see that golden carriage in there? There's one of them that we can actually interact with. Oh, hey. Workshop.
Someone hid upstairs. I just need to find a way in from the outside.
These are nice. The Diane breeches and Diane shoes and gaiters. These add plus 15, which is awesome, and plus 10 for the shoes. This is additional armor. And they look great. Which is truly the key. That was weird. I got like stuck on an invisible wall or something. Monsieur de Vaucanson, the steam pump failures are continuing to interrupt the operation of the mobile walkway all too frequently. Just think of the heavy loads we have to carry upstairs on our backs. We ask you to see to it that the proper repairs are made without delay to keep the pump working properly. And enclosed with this letter, you will find a key that will allow the chief engineer to come and go freely around the factory. Did we get the key? We got a factory key. Now you need to actually fix this. We can't repair it just yet. It's going to say broken or something.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
The steam pump that powers this device is no longer working.
Very true. That's the carriage right there. See if I can open this. Nice. We have some fulmination grenades. That's interesting. That'll be blocked. Yep. Okay. And then we'll end up coming through here at some point as well. Nice. Let's go ahead and save. This is a pretty loaded area here. Okay, here we go. Not much we can do here. Actually, this is where you end off. And then you can just go straight across and you're good to go. But let's see if we can make it through this area again. Quickly and efficiently. Factory key has been used. We're now in the factory. Oh my goodness. What did he throw at me? An axe? Oh, he didn't. Okay, we gotta take that guy out. That's really annoying. How do I get to you? Seriously? Why don't you just die? Okay, very good. Whew. That was a little too close for comfort. Let's search around. I don't think there's too much around here, if I recall correctly. So we're gonna head straight over. Oh, I was overheating. You gotta go through here, I think, but I'm gonna keep searching around just a bit. Should be blocked, I'm sure. You can tell by the way that those little, I guess it's the lock is facing. Some frost grenades. Okay, cool. So we can pop back in here. Yeah, you can't jump up here yet, so. Not yet. Gotta go through here first and get ambushed a few times. No, nothing. Those burlap sacks can't be opened. I swear I'm gonna get ambushed at some point. I recall correctly. I meant to say I recall distinctly getting hit. But I could be wrong. Here it is. Almost got hit there. That would have been sloppy. And we've got a good old stalker over here. Charged attack or fully charged attack does a ton of damage. You can get stuck on the assets pretty easily. And we gotta jump across our little platforming section here. Good, we need a lot of these. I think I just saw somebody. Oh. Nope. Trick of the light. Dead. I was trying to sneak up on him too. That didn't work. I'm gonna get hit. No, I'm not. That was close. You get some more items here, I think. This is where you get that. No, this is not the little clockwork thing just yet, but you do get that at the bottom of this little tower. The Diane Capeline and Diane Redingote. Let's see if we can upgrade here. Oh wow, this looks great. Flame resistance and endurance +8. Half coat, half corset. This frock coat designed by Rose Bertine, the Queen's Modiste, is designed for horse riding and hunting. We actually wore this entire set. This gives us +1 endurance from what we already have. That looks great. I like it. Okay, a little shortcut. I'm opening shortcuts that I didn't really see last time. Frost resistance, okay. Frost resistance vial. Oh my gosh. I missed. Okay, that was scary. So many barrels to break, and they went ahead and started breaking them with me, and that really scared me. Alright, let's drop down here. Okay. I fell right off. That's intended, though. Just feels clunky. Back at the factories. We got the sublimator. We need to go ahead and upgrade our vial next time. Our oil burette, I should say. Nothing in here. Lovely. Very good. Okay, so probably not much over here. Some boats. Let me check something up here real quick before I forget. I don't think there's going to be anything on this side yet. But fortunately I'm mistaken. There's an item over here. It's blocked off for now. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. Wait. It's one of those guys that shoots. Of course it is. These guys are so annoying. They like spam their shots. Like in the first time you encounter them, they love using their spear. After that, they say, I'm not using my spear anymore. There's another one trying to shoot at me. There he is. Interrupted that. Oh, he kicked me right in the face. It's not very nice. Okay, dead. I'll take the capsule and the flame resistance vial. Oh, those guys are no fun. Ordinary oil vial. We'll come back up and around. We do need to do a little bit of parkour here. And then I think it's just an easy sequence to jump over to the bridge. I remember getting lost for a moment. Oh, I missed. You know, I will say this. It's slightly clunky, right? So it's not nearly as fluid and like smooth when you're doing these jumping maneuvers. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay, there you go. I will not get hit by you, sir. Now this is where you get this really cool weapon. We're gonna go downstairs first. Can't see anything. I think that was intentional. I'm gonna keep going downstairs. And And this is where you get this really cool weapon. It's a heavy weapon. And this might be something I use. The Wheel of Vengeance. And it's got, this is good. It's got a special move of counterattack as well. I'm definitely going to use that. Have to figure that out, aren't we? If I can do that counterattack, it's going to be pretty beast. Alright, so let's continue going up. I don't think there's a... Well, let me go across.
Over there. The steam pump. I will have to go around to get to it.
Let's go up first. I remember there being something else up there. Ordinary oil vial. We got that. Now we can go across. We have to go down and around and everywhere else first. I don't know if that was intentional, but we got it. Alchemical capsule times 7. Petrification grenades. That's hard to say. Essence of a Valiant Spirit. And then we got a nice little boss fight. This is actually where the demo ends, or just about. We're going to go ahead and pop one of these ordinary vials. We've got one oil burette left, so let's just be smart with it, right? Oh my gosh. I will say this, there are some missed inputs actually, because I was spamming square to get the heal off, and I did not get it. That's the only attack that really hurts. A smack in the face. Gets me every time. Two strikes there. Man, he's got a huge range as well. Huge AoE as well. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, that was really close. That's gonna hurt. Okay, he's kind of stuck there. That's great. You stay over there, buddy. One and usually two. Usually does two strikes there. No, I'm frozen. That's the first time I've ever frozen myself. I guess you can't spam your stamina regen. That's pretty cool. Goodbye. Unstable forge guy. Flight or fight module. Very cool. Let's go ahead and upgrade a few things. We're going to upgrade our weapon too. Wow, the impact on this thing's crazy. I think it's worth it. I mean, I like the weapon. I'm going to go ahead and level it up. And cast iron. Okay, cast iron's better than bronze ingot. Okay, cool. One more dose. And a little bit more health. Why not? I think we're good on the upgrades, right? Okay, so that was an easy boss. That was the demo, essentially, in a nutshell. That was the demo. Okay, so we're going to go through there in a moment. Last time what I did is I went a weird path and I ended up going back from whence I came. But no, we're good. So now I can just go through here. There'll be a little bit of a platforming section here. And we'll go right back to the beginning of the entrance of Vakusan's area. Yeah, same thing. Had to jump through that. That was weird. We're going to go ahead and do this exploration right here. Wait, what the heck? No! Girl. Okay. Alchemical capsule. We used a lot of them in that fight. It's a list pretty much showing you all how many different pounds of materials they had kind of saved up and delivered over there. Nothing special. Bronze ingot and some cast iron. Alright, so now we've kind of come full circle. We got to go back through again. This is the dead dude we touched and grabbed whatever item he was giving us. We stole his anima essence or whatever. And now we're going to go through here. Easy enemies again, fortunately. No bosses or anything. There's 2 heavy hits for these guys now. They're toast. Now there's an area we have to drop down. And I messed it up last time. We're going to repair this. Easy peasy. Now we can use it.
Voila. That should work.
I think this is where I messed up last time. I think so, yeah. Let's go through here. Very nice. Bell dude, lovely. Fighting a bell dude in close quarters like this is just a joy. Lovely. Gonna wait for an attack here. Okay, I mean, they're slightly easier because we have upgraded so much, but good gosh, those enemies are redonkulous. Grade 1 immobilization module. That could be fun. Okay, this is what I messed up last time. This. Oh, I missed another one too. There was one over by the boss too. Let me save here though, just for the sake of saving, and then yeah, let me see. Can I run up there real quick? I don't think it's worth it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Everybody's trying to kill me. We can go ahead and fix this now. Now we have the little elevator we can use. Oh my gosh, almost got smashed. That could have been bad. Oh, hey.
Peace. I was given orders to come here.
An automat that talks. Je te reconnais. You're Vaucanson's dancer. I saw you perform in Versailles when you were first presented to the Queen.
I have been sent by the Queen.
Sa Majesté. Is she safe?
Yes. She is at the Château de Saint-Cloud. It is guarded by machines.
Machines? What has become of the guards?
There are no longer any human guards.
His own troops. He's no better than a rabid dog.
I must find Monsieur de Vaucanson. He holds the secret to the tireless automats.
Your creator? Well, that makes two of us. And it seems we've both arrived too late. He must have gone scurrying back to his master. I was only able to find this note written in his hand. It's nothing of any use, though. Only one thing's for certain. Wherever he went, he didn't take his horseless carriage. He left the key.
There are machines wreaking havoc on the esplanade.
So I saw, yes. And a little too closely for my liking. It's a miracle I escaped alive. Just by les Invalides, I saw one take a volley of gunfire, halt for an instant, then carry on as if nothing happened.
Yes.
No machine, however resilient, is indestructible. These automats must have a weakness. Some vital axle or gear that we can target. I don't suppose you would know, you who share their nature.
No.
Blast. That is unfortunate.
No.
I scoured the workshop hoping to shed some light on the matter. But to no avail. If only I had listened to the abbot.
Yep.
But perhaps there's still time. Listen to me. You must find Abbé Grégoire. He knows all about Vaucanson and his machines.
Where can I find him?
He took it upon himself to carry out a well-intentioned but perilous mission. If he's still alive, he'll be seeking refuge at the Société des Amis des Noirs on Place Saint-Méry, not far from Les Halles. Here, take the key to the carriage. It'll no doubt be of use to you.
Nice.
I must attend to a matter of the utmost importance. If my officers are to be believed, the people in arms are calling for the Marquis de Lafayette as their general. And it is my duty to answer their call.
We'll see. Okay, sweet. You ask, sire, the reasons for my disquiet? Do you forget that it was I, Vaucanson, who made this machine with my own hands? That accursed night at Meudon? What I saw, I fear I may never forget. It would have been enough for the poor Dauphin to give up his soul to God, and yet, no, he had to be. The letter ends here. Monsieur de Cagliostro, we are happy to learn that your vessels are ready to be placed on locations we decide upon. Let us pray that the unfortunate incidents that occurred during the test don't happen again. This phenomenon you call tearing causes me great concern. We cannot afford to release machines in the city that are not under your control. They're probably talking about, like, trying to explain your, give, like, an answer to explain how you come back. We have been betrayed. That Coeur de Flamme has disappeared, and with him the war-driven weapons made for the bodyguard of Her Majesty the Queen. Monsieur le Comte, did I not warn you about this man? Did I not warn you that he was close to Vaucanson and blindly echoed all his opinions? This fool is hostile to our aims and will most certainly disperse or hide the valuables he has stolen from us. It was madness to keep him as second assistant. I could easily have done all this work on my own. Alas, I now find myself faced with a most difficult decision. The bracelet you gave me seems to have lost its effects, and the automats are threatening me. I don't know what to do and fear for my life. I wish you had left me with more guidance. I will try to go to Versailles, where I hope to find you. Your devoted assistant, Guido. That's awesome. Concept art. Interesting. I didn't get to see this in the beta.
Happy birthday, my sweet daughter.
I can't believe it. The dancer you promised me. She's magnificent. You're the best papa ever.
Hello. Tell me, will you give her a name?
Aegis. That's cool. The remnant of a dancer. That was a cool little cutscene. I like that. I totally missed that last time, or in the beta. I don't know if you could even experience that. What's over here? Nothing. Alright, we got the carriage. We've entered it using the carriage key, and this is essentially a mobile vessel. It can take us different places, and it can also serve to upgrade our stuff. And it looks all Tesla coily. Very cool. And this is where the beta ended. And this is where I'll end this stream as well, so that tomorrow we can go ahead and jump into brand new content, and we can continue exploring the rest of the game. But so far it's been excellent. I do like it. It's a little easy, I mean, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Correspondence. To Monsieur Eugene de Vaucanson, this 24th day of June, 1789, 11 o'clock in the morning. My dear Eugene, will you tell me what this disaster is about? Your machines are killing everything in sight. Right under my windows, and the air is heavy with the cries of innocent people being slaughtered. Have you lost control of your inventions? Did the king force you to organize this bloodbath? I beg you, my friend, write to me immediately at my townhouse in the Quartier de Saint-Eustache. Comte Honoré de Mirabeau. Cool. We are going to travel. I don't know where. Where am I supposed to go? He says in my Le Hall. St. Cloud is the place I came from. We came there. Ooh, I don't know. Where are we supposed to go? Let's look at our journal really quickly. Main quest. Not far from the Tuileries. Okay, that's where I need to go. That's all I was wondering. Because I was like, I don't think I'd been there yet. So you can fast travel to different places. That's really cool. This is where I'm at currently. Okay, these are areas that I don't know what. Oh, cool. Oh. This is all main quest stuff. You can pick whichever one you want. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's go here to the Tuileries. We're going to travel here and we'll go ahead and end once we arrive at our destination. That is really neat. And it's just going. It's like automated. That's really cool. This guy had some really interesting designs, that's for sure. Thank you for playing. I love it. So far, so good. As soon as we get to our destination, I'm going to assume that it's going to save. Yes. I'm going to assume that it's going to save because we went inside of the carriage. We're in the Quai de Louvre. Quai de Louvre. I'm going to enter the carriage. Hopefully this will act as a save. And there it is, guys. I want to say thank you guys so much for joining. I love that I'm matching my carriage. That's also pretty cool. We've got a pretty cool little outfit right now, and we've made a lot of progress. We've gotten all the way past the beta, and at this point, everything from this point forward is going to be brand new to all of us. So hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow. I'll be streaming this throughout the weekend as well because it's a brand new game, so I do want to make sure I beat it and feature it for you guys on the channel. But again, I want to say thank you all so much for your support. And without you guys, I couldn't do it. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're at in this world. And until next time, it's the Inhuman one signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.